Picture this: the vast, unforgiving expanse of the Strait of Malacca, sometime in the late 1940s. A distress call crackles through the airwaves, picked up by nearby ships. The message is fragmented, desperate. A voice, identified as a crewman of the Dutch freighter SS Ourang Medan, spouts a chilling message in Morse code. All officers, including captain, are dead, lying in chart room and on bridge. Possibly whole crew dead. This is followed by a jumble of unreadable code, and then a final, horrifying message: I die. Then is silence. What would you do? The American merchant ship, the Silver Star, was closest. Altering its course, it raced towards the Ourang Medan's last known position, bracing for the worst. But nothing could have prepared them for what they found. The Ourang Medan was eerily silent, adrift under the hot sun. No signs of life, no response to their hails. A boarding party was assembled, and as they stepped onto the deck of the ghost ship, they entered one of maritime history's most enduring and terrifying mysteries. The scene that greeted the rescuers was something straight out of a nightmare. The entire crew of the Ourang Medan was dead, every last one of them. They were scattered across the ship on the bridge, in the chart room, in the boiler room. But it wasn't just that they were dead, it was how they were found. Their eyes were wide open, staring up at the sun with expressions of pure, unadulterated terror frozen on their faces. Their arms were outstretched as if fending off some unseen attacker. Even the ship's dog, a small terrier, was found dead, its teeth bared in a final, silent snarl. Yet, despite these horrific expressions, there were no visible signs of injury or struggle on any of the bodies. It was as if their very souls had been frightened out of them. The boarding party reported a strange, unnatural chill in the air. Despite the blistering tropical heat, the decision was made to tow the mysterious ship back to port for a proper investigation. But the Ourang Medan wasn't ready to give up its secrets. As the Silver Star crew prepared to attach tow lines, smoke began billowing from the ship's cargo hold. A fire had broken out. The boarding party scrambled back to their own ship, barely escaping with their lives. Moments later, a massive explosion ripped through the Ourang Medan. The vessel shuddered violently, then sank beneath the waves, taking its dead crew and all its secrets with it to the bottom of the sea. All evidence was gone forever. So, what happened on that ship? With no survivors, no bodies, and no ship to examine, investigators were left with nothing but speculation. The theories began to fly, each more bizarre than the last. One of the most prominent theories revolves around the ship's cargo. What if the Ourang Medan was smuggling something dangerous? The official records are spotty, but whispers and unofficial reports suggest the ship could have been carrying a lethal cocktail of hazardous materials. Some claim it was potassium cyanide and nitroglycerin, an incredibly volatile combination. A slow leak of these chemicals could have released a toxic gas, asphyxiating the crew and causing the horrifying reactions. The subsequent explosion, that could have been the nitroglycerin, destabilized by the fire. It's a plausible theory, but it doesn't fully explain the expressions of sheer terror on the crew's faces. This leads us down a much darker, more speculative path. What if the culprit wasn't chemical, but something else, something paranormal? The legend of the Ourang Medan quickly became a favorite among ghost story enthusiasts and paranormal investigators. Could the crew have encountered a malevolent spirit at sea? A sea monster from the deep? Some have even suggested that the ship sailed into a rift in spacetime or was the target of an extraterrestrial attack. These theories point to the crew's terrified expressions and the lack of physical injuries as evidence. They believe the crew saw something so horrifying, so unnatural, that the shock alone was enough to kill them. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? An entire crew scared to death by an unknown, unseen force. While it sounds like something from a movie, in the absence of hard evidence, can we really rule it out? But here's the biggest twist in the story of the SS Ourang Medan. What if the ship never existed at all? In recent years, diligent researchers have scoured historical records, shipping logs, and maritime archives, looking for any official mention of a ship named Ourang Medan. They've found nothing. No registration in Lloyd's shipping register, no official incident report, no record of its construction. The supposed rescue ship, the Silver Star, also has a murky history with conflicting records of its location at the time. This lack of concrete evidence has led many to believe that the entire story is nothing more than an elaborate piece of sea lore, an urban legend passed down from sailor to sailor, growing more embellished with each telling. The first known printed account appeared in a Dutch-Indonesian newspaper in 1948, but its sources were vague. So, is the story of the Ourang Medan a factual account of a terrifying maritime disaster, or a masterfully crafted ghost story? Could it be a heavily distorted version of a real, but less dramatic, event? Perhaps a ship did sink, but the more sensational details, the frozen faces, the final SOS, the paranormal elements were added later to create a better tale. The name itself, Ourang Medan, translates from Malay to man from Medan, with Medan being a large city on the island of Sumatra. This suggests the story might have originated from local folklore. It's a classic friend of a friend story, always attributed to a secondary source, never a direct witness. The truth is, we may never know what really happened. The ocean keeps its secrets well. The lack of a shipwreck to study, the absence of official records, and the decades of retellings have shrouded the event in an impenetrable fog of mystery. Was it a chemical leak? A pirate attack gone wrong? A brush with the supernatural? Or simply a campfire story that took on a life of its own? The beauty and the terror of the Ourang Medan lie in that uncertainty. It forces us to confront the unknown and to wonder about the strange things that might lurk in the lonely, vast emptiness of the open sea. The story continues to fascinate us because it sits perfectly on the line between reality and myth. It's a chilling reminder that for all our technology and knowledge, the world is still full of mysteries that defy simple explanation. The tale of the SS Ourang Medan has become a modern legend, a ghost ship sailing forever through the murky waters of our collective imagination. Whether it was a real vessel with a doomed crew or a fabrication of a creative storyteller, its legacy is undeniable. It serves as a haunting testament to the power of a good mystery and the secrets that may be forever lost to the depths. What do you think happened to the crew of the SS Ourang Medan? Let me know your theories down in the comments. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more strange and fascinating stories. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.